Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to set up your printer to be able to print the digital HeatFX laser easy peel paper using Photoshop. So the first thing I do is I have my canvas, and I set up my canvas at 10.5 by 16.5. I don't um, I don't go the whole 11 by 17. The reason I do that is so that it leaves that little bit of white space all the way around, so that you have enough space to cut the paper without running into any of your images. So it kind of keeps you within the boundaries. So that's the first thing I do using Photoshop. Um, in order to use the laser easy peel, you have to set up your printer. So you have to go to print. You're gonna choose your printer. I have the Oki 920WT. Go to print settings. You're gonna make sure you have the multi-purpose tray selected, because you don't want to use the actual tray, because you don't want the paper to be running through all the rollers. You want to make sure you use a multi-purpose tray from the side. You also want to make sure you have landscape. Okay. And you're gonna go to advanced. You're gonna choose tabloid if you're using the 11 by 17 paper. It's the one I use. So you go to tabloid. The other thing you have to do is you have to do media check off. The only thing this does is that if you're going to do multiple prints, you don't want the printer to be pausing in between each print. You want to just kind of go through all of them. And every time you hit print, you don't want it to ask you, are you sure you have the right paper or whatever. So you're always using the same paper. You turn this off and it'll print through all of them without asking you. The media type for the laser easy peel, you use transparency. Some other papers use heavy or labels, stuff like that. This one's transparency. And that should be it. So you hit OK. Then you're going to go to job options, and there's two things that you need here for sure. You need to have the mirror print on, and that makes sure that all your transfers are printed correctly. And the other thing is you have to make sure that you have your stacker face up. When you have it face down, it's going to come out the top, and you have it face up, it's going to come out of the side. So make sure you have your tray open on the side also. And that again is the same thing as not loading your paper into the tray 1. It's loading it on the side, so it doesn't go through so many rollers, doesn't bend the paper, all that kind of stuff. You want it to go in one side, come out the other. So stacker face up, and then you hit OK, and that should be it. Here you don't want it to scale to fit media, because you want it to give you that one little bit of area around the edges, again, so that when you marry the two images, the two papers, and then you cut the excess, you don't end up having to cut like your image off or anything like that. And that should be it. Then you just hit print. I'm not going to print, so I'm just hitting that. Yeah, once you set this up, it should always be the same within Photoshop. What I do is I always reuse my the same template. I just keep on renaming it the same file. So I have a blank one that I created, and that's the same one that I opened, and I use from scratch. That way all the print settings are already stored in there. Okay. The laser easy peel, here's the instructions, and this is where it tells you what printer you have and how you set the print mode. Here it tells you to set it as transparency if you have the 920. For those of you who have the C11WT, you're going to use print mode foil. The 9541, you'd use transparency, and LED one, you'd use transparency. So there you go. And here is where you would do your color settings on your printer, within your printer. And there's another video that I made that shows you how to set your white to a -1. Some printers don't come at -3, I mean. Some printers do not come set up already at the -3. It'll come at I think mine was at 0. So I set it to -3, and that way you don't waste as much white toner when you print. Okay, I'm gonna set up a link to this PDF file, so that in case you want this as a reference, this is where it tells you what temperature to marry at and all that kind of stuff. So I'll put this link to this PDF. Thank you.